Okay.
Right, I'll do the countdown.
No.
3, 2,
Hi,
1.
this is Trisha, and he is
Joe. We're doing a DVC video today. I thought it was mental to do a DVC video without explaining what DVC is, but Trisha felt otherwise.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of videos already there. Why do you need more?
There are a lot out there, but still, I'm just going to give you a brief rundown because we've agreed that I can have
30 seconds. No,
35
35 seconds
to try and explain what DVC is. If you're still a bit
It
unsure,
goes quick.
it went very quick in practice. If you're a bit unsure about what DVC is, there's lots of other videos.
Wait, I'm not ready.
Can I start before
No.
you set up?
Just wait. I don't know how these things work. How is this?
She got an Apple Watch for Christmas, still working it out.
Because I never use this. Okay, right. Okay, ready?
Right, DVC is...
Oh, wait. Okay, right.
You can do the countdown this
Yeah,
time.
okay, right.
It's
So,
a treat for you.
3, 2, 1, vamos.
DVC is the Disney version of a timeshare, but rather than getting set weeks every year, you get set points for the year. Each night of the year costs a different amount of points. Some months are cheaper, some are more expensive. You can spend them how you want. So you're basically preloading your Disney stays. You pay a figure up front for the amount of points. You will get that amount of points every year. And basically every year until you choose to sell it. So you're basically paying the cost of your accommodation for the rest of your life if you wanted to keep it that long. The only other thing you do need to pay annually is your dues, which are essentially maintenance fees.
That's it. If you want to see what DVC
If you want
is,
more information,
you can check other people.
yeah, or we will do, the one thing we will definitely do is we'll put a link down below for a points calculator that we find really useful.
Yeah.
That basically helps you work out how many points you might need. And we'll also put a link down below to all the different points charts. Okay, so
Finished?
what are we talking about today?
Well, different things. So we're going to talk about one of the questions from the people was, why did we choose our home resort?
Yeah,
not
so we're going to
telling
be
you
looking
yet,
at that.
but we're going to talk about that one.
We also had questions. We're going to put links below again to the people that sent us the questions.
Yeah, that's fine.
So one of the things that we got asked by about was why we chose to buy
Direct.
resale or why we chose to buy direct. We will let you know shortly what we did, because that is a bit of a different thing. So it's going to be quite a personal video, isn't it?
Yeah, we're just going to tell you about our own experience when getting DVC. So it was last December, so we were pretty brand new DVC members.
Yeah, we started the process and I think we finally got, they call it closed, our account closed in January this year.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
It was a
all
long
right.
process online, but yeah.
So that's the introduction done. Direct versus resale.
Yes.
It is the big question, and it's something that a lot of
Difference.
people did contact us about this on Instagram when we said that we were making this video. Resale, it's a lot cheaper.
Right. Yeah, that's the massive one. So if you're not doing with a lot of money, so yeah, you will definitely go for resale.
I mean, it's not that you need, millions in the bank.
Well, it's not even for the money. It's only because maybe you want to buy different contracts.
Yeah.
So you want to buy a couple of contracts. Just go for resale.
Resale gives you more flexibility as well, because Disney, when we looked to signing up, were only selling Aulani and Riviera, whereas on the resale market you can get anywhere.
Yeah, all the resorts are already available, so you got more to choose.
You have got more to choose from. You can buy any resort direct through Disney, but you essentially have to wait for somebody to sell their contract before you can then buy it.
Yeah, I mean, it means how quick you want to be a DVC member. So if you really go something that you like and it's not available to buy it direct, you just have to wait, and you don't really know for how long you are waiting.
Yeah, I mean, it might be a week, it might be 2 months, it might be longer.
Yeah, you never know.
I suppose it depends where you wanted to buy a contract. The massive benefit of buying direct through Disney, as well as the fact that it's a
Discount.
She got in there. Go on, I'll let you take this one.
Right, so if you really like to buy any merchandise, as we do. Well, I do. He sometimes buys something.
I'll buy a little bit.
So, well, normally everyone buys like a lot of merchandise in the park, so you get that 20% of discount. Like,
Which, again, isn't for everyone, but this is quite a personal video. For us, that's a big thing.
Yeah, because we are always going to buy something.
Yeah.
So, and I think like a 20% off is really big.
Yeah, I mean, we saw things in Disneyland Paris, didn't we?
Yeah.
Where we thought, slightly more expensive things, and we thought, should we buy it? But we thought, no, let's wait till we're in Florida, because we know they have the same or similar.
Yeah,
and we
like
get that
maybe
discount.
like random plazas or something.
Yeah.
So you say, well, sure, I can find this in Florida. Or I was looking for some earrings.
Yeah.
Like kind of like Disney style.
On the more
earrings.
expensive stuff like jewelry.
But yeah, so if you find them, obviously you find them in Florida, so you are getting your discounts. So it's like, well, don't buy this in here, so just wait to go to Florida to get your discount.
Yeah, so that discount you don't get as a resale buyer. You also, if you buy direct, you get it varies between 10 and 20% the discount on food and drink, and it's not everywhere. It's quite a long list, but it's usually food places 10, and there's some places that are 20. I know for a fact when we look, Joffrey's Coffee was 20% discount,
which is fine.
and randomly the Haagen-Dazs ice cream shop in Disney Springs was 20% as well.
You've been looking for that one.
There's a really long list of all the benefits on the DVC website.
Yeah.
And essentially,
It's getting very sunny.
it is hot. We apologise for the glare. Essentially, you don't get those discounts if you buy resale. So you really do need to weigh up the money you're saving in buying the contract and the savings that you're going to make on discounts. The biggest and most important discount we think, though, is annual pass.
Yeah, I mean, we're still not thinking about getting one because for the time being, we are only looking to go once every year.
Yes.
But in the future, if we plan to go twice a year, it's really, really good.
Yeah, I think for some people, when they look at the math, they think, well, the UK flex ticket that we can get is still cheaper. But the crucial thing is, if you are a DVC member, you're actually you have access to Florida residents annual passes,
Right.
which you normally cannot buy, and they are so much cheaper than the annual pass that you're thinking of. I think the standard annual pass that we see in the UK is about $1,000,
Right.
but the Florida residence ones are a lot cheaper. And as a direct DVC buyer, you do get access to those at the discounted price, and that's massive. And I think if we ever get to a stage where we're traveling to Florida more than once a year, we would do that, wouldn't we?
Yeah, that was fine.
Other thing to remember is you can't use your resale points on things other than DVC properties.
Right, like cruises.
Yes.
Okay, but I mean, it's not really. It's all fine. It's not really a problem because I think for the Disney cruises, what the people tell you to do is to actually sell your points to get some money back from those, and then using your money.
Yeah, basically the way
They are not worth it.
the way DVC points work on cruises and partner hotels is that they still give you a point per night cost, same as the DVC resorts, but it's really elevated that. So say you had 100 points, you'd be better selling your 100 points for the year, the money you got for that just paying for the cruise out of pocket. So whilst that is I suppose a perk of buying direct, that you can use the points on things like that, we don't really see it as a benefit because it's not a good way of making money. No.
Not having that.
Something that is really good with direct though is the DVC member events.
Yeah, we haven't been in one yet.
They're not that common, and you can't really plan your trip around them, but if there happens to be one when you're there,
I mean, it's quite nice because they tend not to be like that crowded because it's like a limited space for people, so you have to book in advance. And it's quite cool because I think you got like some free stuff in there.
Yeah, they have
like
free
some,
stuff for
things
members.
to eat, and then you get to meet people like other people that are like you that are also DVC members.
yeah, I think again we've not been to one, but I think it is quite a cool thing that you do get the benefit of if you buy direct. And I think the thing for us is as well, because we're Disney obsessives, more or less, is we want to do some of the tours, like the Keys to the Kingdom tour.
Yeah, we really want to go.
That's just one
go
example.
like in December. We will be doing
We're definitely doing that if we can.
So you
And
do get discount.
you get a discount on that, and it is those discounts really do come into play more with the more expensive products like the tours. So yeah, you're going to save a lot of money buying on the resale market, and if you've got your heart set on buying at, I don't know, Bay Lake Tower, you may have to wait a while to get it through Disney, and it will be cheaper on the resale market, but you don't get all of those discounts.
Yeah, you're missing those, but
you still get free parking at the resorts, which I know for some people is if you're hiring a car, is really good. Because otherwise you're paying to park in Magic Kingdom and then to pay.
It's crazy the parking.
Yeah, don't even go there.
Oh.
And I think another big thing is apparently, if you are a DVC direct owner and you scan your Magic Band on entry to the park, whereas normally the ring goes green, the ring goes purple. So you get to feel a little bit special.
Are you?
Yeah.
I never know that.
I learned it this morning. Yeah.
Where?
I read it when I was googling perks of DVC direct.
What? So you couldn't get the information.
I did also read that it doesn't always work. So it's not even a guarantee.
Sometimes it does go green.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
What
is that a perk?
Well, I like it as a
Cool.
perk. It makes me feel a bit more special.
Sure.
I want one of those. They used to do DVC tags for your Magic Band.
Right.
I really want one of those, but they don't do that anymore.
So.
You can buy them on eBay, but they're really expensive. Just to round it off, though, the final point to say would be the DVC lounges, Top of the World Lounge at Bay Lake Tower, and the Epcot Lounge for DVC members. You can still go there.
So either direct or resale, you can go.
And you can buy the Tables in Wonderland dining card, whether it's direct or resale. That gives you a 20% discount on pretty much all dining. However, you do have to pay for that. You get it at a discounted rate, but you do still have to pay for that card.
Right.
So, weighing all that information on, what did we do?
I think the people already know because we already say some stuff in there that we are looking forward to. So obviously we did direct.
We went direct. I think we're going to come on to adding on in a later video. But I think our feelings are that if you're going to have only one contract and you can afford to buy direct, do it direct.
Just to get all the perks.
Yeah.
And then,
Unless it's a huge price difference and it's the difference between joining DVC or not, then of course you have to buy resale.
Yeah.
But if you can stretch your budget to afford direct, we would say for some people, for us anyway, it's definitely the way to go.
Yeah, so we're happy with it.
Yeah, we don't regret our decision for 1 minute. While Trish is not here, something I wanted to sneak into the first start of the video when I was on a timer, but I didn't have time for, was to talk about the resale restrictions. So I'm going to use this opportunity while she goes to get a baseball cap to explain that if you buy a resale contract, those points cannot be used at future Disney World resorts. For example, if you buy a contract at Old Key West on the resale market, you cannot use those points at the Riviera Resort or Reflections Resort, which they're currently building, or any other future DVC resort. I think that's something really important to consider. If you buy resale contracts, you can only use those points at the resorts that were built prior to Riviera. So you can use them at Copper Creek and everything that came before that, but you can't use them anywhere else. Anyway, she's back now, so I'm just going to cut it off there, but I just wanted to get that in there and I ran out of time before.
Why DVC is right for us?
Can I just say that we are both now wearing caps because it is stupidly hot outside in the sun.
It's really hot.
Caps do not suit us. We are aware of that. We both look ridiculous.
What? Excuse me, sir. Do you suit me?
We're going with it. I'm wearing a Trooper hat. Search YouTube for the Trooper 97 and subscribe. Hello. So, DVC. Why is it right for us? We like that luxury life.
Yeah, I feel like you're planning to spend a lot of time in your room, let's say.
Well, or in
like
the resort
out.
generally.
Yeah. like chilling out, like I'm talking like well the swimming pools or maybe like having like some dining plans around. So I think it's like very nice to stay in a nice place.
Yeah, I think if you're somebody that is going to, when you go to Disney World, you want to be in the park from 7 a.m. until closing, and you're doing that for every day of your trip, DVC would not be right for you, because you're barely in your room, you're barely in the resort, and
yeah, you're going to say from the, it's like, okay, I'm getting like a really early morning,
yeah,
trying to keep the whole day, and then when you're like really tired, boom, go back to bed to sleep. That's it. It's me done. So yeah, it's not really good.
It's not worth it. I mean, some of the basic resorts at Disney World are fantastic.
Yeah.
Art of Animation, Leaps Out is a lovely resort, and obviously, paying for Art of Animation year after year after year is potentially going to be cheaper than buying into DVC. So I think, yeah, it depends on what sort of person you are.
Yeah, depending like if you're like more like of a park person.
Yeah.
Or just like to enjoy chill out day in different resorts, going to the swimming pool, just like having a look, looking for hidden Mickeys.
Yeah, don't get us wrong, we absolutely love the parks, and obviously that is the main reason you go to Disney World. However, when we're coming up
we
with
normally go for 10 days or so you don't really want to be like every single day in the park, like really stressed.
We like to have a few resort days in there where we spend the day either in the resort we're staying in or visiting another resort, just having a chilled out day.
Yeah.
And it may even be, if you've done your 3 fast passes and it's midday, you may think, right, well, let's just go and hang out on the beach at Grand Floridian for the afternoon and just
have an ice cream.
yeah, just relax a bit, spend some of those snack credits outside of the parks. So I think if you're that type of person that is more relaxed about Disney, I think DVC could be right for you. But if you're parked 12 hours a day, probably
then
not.
No point.
There's
no
no
point on getting like a really deluxe room.
Yeah, I totally agree. The other thing is you have to be flexible.
Yeah, I mean, we're lucky, like we got like a lot of flexibility, like in my job, well, I'm a self-employed.
You're self-employed. I'm very fortunate. The job I have, I can take leave pretty much whenever I want. So the way DVC works is, just to crowbar a bit more background in, is wherever you buy your contract, that's your home resort, you can book at that resort at 11 months. So it may be that we realise one day that we've got a few points left over, we can borrow some from the next year, and it may be, look, there's really cheap flights to Orlando next February, let's jump on and just book a trip, and if there's availability, and at 11 months, it pretty much always is, you can do that, and then at 7 months, you can book any other resort.
So that works for us.
Availability will be less, but yeah, if you've got a week booked in at 11 months and you can't change it at 7, it doesn't matter, because you're still going away. So you have to be flexible. You can't be, if you've got kids, it can be more
normally
difficult.
If you're planning, well, I got the kids and then I have to go to, well, obviously when the kids go their holidays, or I cannot lose I have to leave my job when I have the holidays for the job. So it's going to get like a bit difficult.
I mean, DVC is fantastic for families, and we know of a lot of people with kids that are DVC members. I just think it takes a little bit more planning than it would take for us.
Yeah.
I'd need to look at the point charts, to be honest, to see how school holidays fall, whether they're more expensive times for DVC points or not.
Yeah, normally you will think like they will be a bit more expensive because the parks are going to be like crowded.
I know that the cheapest time of the year to stay in a DVC resort, for example, is September, when schools are mostly in. And the first 2 weeks of December are very cheap as well. The schools are in then. So I think that is something to consider. It can definitely work, but flexibility is pretty vital. We like the idea of the studios. We're probably normally always going to stay in studios, aren't we, than the villas?
Yeah, I mean, normally it's only the two of us.
Yeah.
So just with like a little studio.
I mean, the studios are great. I mean, we have a little kitchen, fridge, freezer, microwave, sink, so we can prepare some food. We don't have the full kitchen that you get in a 1 or 2 or 3 bedroom villa.
Yeah.
But we're not going to be...
You don't really need it.
I think if you had a big family, you may be doing more cooking, but we're not going to get back from Magic Kingdom one afternoon and think,
No.
let's cook a meal. But the other beauty of the studio is if we did go with family and friends,
We also got the sofa.
There's
Well,
a
I mean,
double-
it's a sofa, but it's actually a bed.
folds out to double bed, and some of the rooms have a single Murphy bed that comes out of the wall.
Yeah, for the kids as
So
well.
you could technically sleep 5 in the studio.
Yeah, like, well, let's say 4 adults
And a child.
on a child.
So, you know, and
Yeah, and I mean, and the room is big. It's
Yeah.
not like it's so crowded and
Yeah.
you go like the bed here and the other bed here. It's kind of fine.
when we toured Riviera last year, when we saw the rooms, not the tower studio, but the standard studio, you could easily get 3 or 4 adults in there, you know. So if you were looking to go with family and friends on a semi-regular basis, or just have the option to do it, it's probably going to be cheaper because you only need to book 1 room, whereas you may have to look at booking 2 rooms if you're paying out of pocket. So that's certainly better. The other reason it's right for us is because, and it's really hard to phrase this without sounding awful, but we could afford it.
Well, yeah.
You know,
But I guess you do have to have the money.
yeah, you have to be in a situation where you are happy to prepay for your holidays, basically.
Yeah, I mean, it's a nice idea to already have it paid.
Yeah,
And then, alright, I still have to pay for the flight tickets. But then, everything else there.
yeah,
to-
yeah, part tickets and flights. But I mean,
Yeah.
we've seen people that, granted they're based in America, who may only go for 3 or 4 days, but we're aware of people that are DVC members that don't always buy part tickets. They might just go to spend 3 or 4 days
Yeah.
in a
Oh,
nice
yeah,
resort,
yeah,
because
that.
some of these deluxe resorts are just as nice as, you know, a 5-star hotel.
Yeah. You can always
in-
go to Disney Springs as well.
Yeah.
To go for a walk.
You're still getting better food in a lot of these deluxe resorts and Disney Springs than you're going to get in most hotels around the world, I would say. So yeah, as Tricia said, really good point. Prepaying for your holidays for us is a really good thing. You can finance it, specifically from the UK. You can't finance it through Disney. But what we looked at was, and I'm not going to go into too much how we financed it, but one option we had available to us was to essentially get a really low interest loan from a bank. Gave that to Disney, and then you could pay that loan back on a monthly basis.
Yeah.
And then annual dues is the only other thing.
Yeah, well, that's a thing. Like, even though if you don't actually go, like, let's say, well, this year we're not going to go because maybe we want to get married. or something.
Maybe. Or maybe we've just banked this year's points into next year so we can go for longer.
So maybe we want to save some money and do not go this year, but you still have to pay for those dues.
Yeah, you pay your annual dues no matter what. It is. I'm not going to go into how much it is because it is variable by resort. You pay them whether you go or not, as Tricia said.
Yeah.
And it is an expense that I think can't really be forgotten about, because yes, you've prepaid for all your holidays, but you still need a bit of money available every year to pay for your dues. I think.
And also it depends on the resort that you
Yeah.
go. So I mean, you also have to look at them because
Yeah.
different resorts, they go like different prices.
It's basically a maintenance fee. We were doing a bit of research last night, and for example, 2 of the cheapest in terms of dues are Bay Lake Tower and the Polynesian. So it's not
Right.
necessarily that the cheapest ones are the least desirable resorts. I think ultimately it comes down to which resorts have the most upkeep.
Yeah. No,
I think that's how it works. I think Animal Kingdom Lodge may have slightly higher dues because you're basically staying in a safari park.
Yeah.
So obviously it's going to be more expensive to run that.
I have to pay for the food for the animals.
Yeah. So yeah, and I think the most important thing is you've got to be someone that's happy to go to Disney for a long time.
It's a big commitment.
It is. I mean,
Yeah.
I think we worked out for us, we need to go on 5 or 6 trips before we've even broken even.
Right. Yeah.
So, you know, if you're going to use it twice and then not go, kind of feel like why?
I mean, you can
why?
still sell the contract, but I mean, are you really? I mean, if you are buying it, you're not really thinking about selling it. Okay, maybe selling it in, I don't know, in 30 years time.
Yeah.
If we get bored of it.
Yeah, if we get to our...
But I feel like for ourselves, we were not thinking about reselling because
Yeah.
that's not the main thing that you have to think about when you get it. You get it when you think it's like, okay, well, Disney is my thing. I already been there. You have
Numerous
to
times, yeah,
already
you've-
been there.
And I would even
already.
say...
Make sure that you like it.
I think you're right, you need to have done your homework. You need to have visited some of the DVC resorts to see which one you get a good feeling for. I don't think it would be great just to sort of do it on this one's closest to Magic Kingdom, therefore that's the one I'm going to do.
Yeah.
You can go to one of the
like
DVC desks in Disney World on your next trip, ask to do a tour, and they will do you a DVC tour. It may take a few hours, and you know they are salespeople, but you will learn so much about the process by doing that.
Yeah.
So that's kind of why it was right for us, because we plan on going for a long time, don't we?
Yeah. Until we are very old.
And we're hoping
going to the parks.
we're hoping you lot are going to stick with us.
Yeah.
See how the subscribers drop after this one.
3,
Where is it?
3, 2, 1.
Riviera!
Yeah, that's it.
That's better. Why the Riviera? The big question.
Well, it is very nice. I mean, it looks just amazing.
It's beautiful. We were lucky enough to tour it back in December, and it's before it had opened, but it was stunning.
So yeah, we just like fell in love with it. We really like this style. We also like, I mean, we got no kids, so we also like this style that is not like very kiddies, like very Disney style related.
The Disney magic is still there. I don't want to make it sound like
you're
staying in a Hilton.
Yeah, it's got like like amazing like theming and all the painting.
Yeah,
which
the
I went to buy one of the paintings for our house.
It's a lot more subtle, is what I'd say,
Yeah.
and that really suited us. It also feels like a hotel.
Yeah.
Whereas some of them, Polynesian, for example, certainly Saratoga Springs and Old Key West,
yeah, they're a bit more like
really spread out with like lots of buildings that people are staying in.
I mean, which might be nice. It's also nice.
I think that's
because
fantastic
it's spread out.
for some people.
But the only thing is, like for us,
I have
you
mobility
already know
issues.
that we got like Joe has a scooter.
Yeah, I hire one.
So normally he's able to walk like slow, like little distance.
Yeah.
So being everything in one building that actually allows us to leave the scooter in the room and just like go walking to the different like quick service or table service in Topolino.
Yeah, moving around the hotel and the swimming pools, I will not need the scooter.
Yeah.
Whereas if we bought at the Polynesian to walk from the DVC building to Ohana, for example, probably going to be a bit far. I mean, I could walk it, but I'm going to get there, I'm going to be hot, and I'm going to be tired. And I think the biggest thing is for me to remember is that I have to remember the Florida heat.
Humidity that gets inside you.
I can go and walk for 10 or 15 minutes here, 10 or 15 minutes in the Florida humidity.
It's hard for you.
Yeah, I'm ready to be put on a drip.
So
I think I think that hotel feels really
one
important.
of the things for us. And also we got the Skyliner.
We love the Skyliner.
So that's amazing because it's kind of like another ride. So
it's great.
Imagine you got that ride every single day to go to the parks, and then when you are coming back. It's so cool. We've been in there. We've been in the Skyliner. It's so cool.
I can't. If you've not been on it, I had the same worries that it was going to be too hot because it's not air conditioned. It's not a problem. It's breezy
it was fine.
up there.
It was. You feel the breeze coming.
You really do, and
can actually be cold during the night.
According to Trisha,
Yeah.
I think neither of us. You were a little bit scared of heights. How did you feel in the Skyliner?
No, I was alright. Yeah.
I think
It doesn't go very slow.
It's quite quick. It's quicker than I thought.
But yeah, it's pretty quick. But no, it looks alright.
Yeah, I think for some people, if you're really scared of heights, maybe think twice about it. But for us,
yeah, just give it a go.
Yeah,
go
give
from
it a go.
one stop to another stop, which are like very close to each other. But yeah, it's totally fine. And also with the scooter, we got to
we
go.
can get the
just
scooter
like,
in it.
Yeah, there's no
easily.
problem. We got like a separate one, so we have to wait for our cabin, and then we only get like the two of us only inside, which is also nice to be the two of us alone in there.
I agree. And just to round this one off, really, because I think you can probably hear how keen we are on the Riviera. It just had a really good feel, and the food options we like the look of.
Well, I mean, everyone's saying like really nice things about
Topolino's is meant to be outstanding, and I know you can go to Topolino's no matter where you're staying, but going to Topolino's breakfast, if you're staying in the hotel, is going to be a much more enjoyable experience because you're not going to get up.
You get in the dining plan, which we're thinking.
Yeah, we're probably
going
to do that.
So I think we might be going more than once.
Yeah. So Riviera for us, it was between that and Copper Creek, but I'm glad we made the decision, and I think really it was the best decision, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think we're happy with it. Let's see our first stay, which will be in December.
Yeah, hopefully.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully. So what next?
Right, so
There is an illness going round.
what is that illness?
I've got a fever.
What is that fever? What is it about? What was it going with you?
I have been led to believe there is such a condition called adonitis.
Yeah, I think DVC members get it
And we
quite
thought
often.
we thought when we first bought in that would be it then, and we paid for all of our trips and we'd never be giving Disney any more money for DVC. How wrong we were. When we first discussed Disney
We
DVC,
just want to give more money to Disney.
Yeah, just give
Here,
it-
take all of our money.
Mickey, here's my wallet. Just do what you want with it. We sort of thought at first that we were happy going to Disney every other year.
Yeah.
I think what we've learned this year is we want to go every year.
Yeah.
We're not quite at the stage where we want to go more than once a year, but currently we'd like to go every year.
Well,
So,
I mean, when we go kind of like 10 days.
yeah,
So it's not like we're going for a week only.
yeah.
So either, I mean, we are looking to consider like twice a year, but kind of like 1 week. But I think that's really short period of time.
Yeah, we're kind of between going for 2 trips of 7 days or 1 trip of 14 each year. We may alternate it, I suppose. If we're not going to do Universal 1 year, we can probably do Disney in 7.
Yeah.
I think right from the start of this process, going back to the direct versus resale question, we always thought, well, any future contracts we'd buy on the resale market.
Yeah. So we are thinking about getting a resale contract.
Yeah, we've
So not yet. So we are going to go in December. But then in December, what we are going to do is like make sure we go to all the resorts that we are thinking about getting a contract with.
yeah, we've made a short list. Riviera is an Epcot area resort. So the ones we're looking at are the Magic Kingdom area resorts. So Polynesian, Bay Lake Tower, and Copper Creek. It's not on the monorail, but there is a ferry boat.
Yeah. So
And
we'll have a look at them.
yeah,
See which one we really love to stay there.
and basically the plan is to buy a smaller resale contract. So
Yeah.
we've got. Well, we never said how many points we bought at Riviera. We'll
I
throw it
thought
in
I
now.
was in the other video.
We bought 150 points at Riviera, which
Right.
every year will get us, again, it depends on the time of the year, around 7 to 8, 9 days. So we're buying a smaller contract somewhere else that will do us
Save
4 or
more,
5
yeah.
days a year, so that we can essentially do 8 days Riviera, 5 days at another resort.
Yeah, that's alright.
And it also makes a split stay easier when it gets to 7 months. It may be for the second block, the 4 nights that we were meant to be at one place, we may be able to switch it for somewhere at the 7-month window. So adonitis is real,
It's coming.
and I think that's next for us. I did used to laugh when I saw people that had like 5 or 6 different contracts and thought, why
Well,
do they
no,
do
we're
that?
not going that
No,
badly.
but we do sort of think we've got our direct contracts, we've got all the
Yeah.
perks. From now on, it's probably going to be resale contracts.
Yeah. So if you're thinking about like getting more than one contract and you do want the perks for discounts, so I will advise like getting
Yeah.
the direct one with the ones that you really like, the
Yes.
resort that you like, and then if you want to add something, so then just resell.
I think to get the discounts direct through Disney, you have to buy a minimum of 100 points.
Right. Yeah, I think so.
So I know some people might think, well, I'll buy 200 resale and then 50 at Disney just to get the discounts. It won't work.
But Disney already thought about
Yeah,
that. So,
as they did with the resale restrictions.
Yeah, Mickey is intelligent.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what's next for us. We're going to do a lot of research, have a look at.
Well,
what-
you got any advice, or you
let us know.
already own any of those resorts?
We're currently
Just
between
please let us know. What is your views about that?
Bay Lake Tower and Polynesian are leading the way. We'd normally be in a studio. Please do comment down below, contact us on Instagram at Wheeling to Disney, and let us know what you think. While we're here, should we just promote another Instagram account and an Etsy?
Okay, we can. It's not open yet, but might be open very soon.
How can they follow?
Well, you have to follow Willing to Imagination.
Yes.
We'll link the link down below.
Yeah, we're selling art
So
prints.
yeah, I was just doing them in my free time, and I was like putting them on my walls, and I thought about like opening actually like a Etsy shop with them. So they're kind of like original Disney inspired prints. for time being, I go like some characters. Then I also planning, because I already got the sketch for some of the rides and also some of the packs. So it's
Yeah.
not only characters related.
A lot more to come. When they're finished, we may do a video on that as well. May do a video. All right, guys. Thank you for sticking with us.
Yeah.
Please
Thanks.
like, comment, subscribe below. Follow us on both the Instagrams, links below. And we'll see you around.
Okay.
Bye.
Adios.
I'm going to do the countdown.
No, stop it.
We just lost 6 minutes of
Oh,
footage
we're
because
already there.
we didn't press record. Right, okay. 3, 2, 1. Is your cap straight? Yeah. Right, I'll do.
So, enjoying the sunshine
No.
in England.
It's too hot. I'll do the countdown.
No.
3, 2.
I know, I think we are talking about like, what are we talking about?
Why DVC is right for us.
Okay, 2.
3.
No, wow.
You're right.
Right, so.
Hot.
Yeah.
Can I do the countdown?
Well, yeah, we're actually going to do the countdown to say which resort we picked. So, 3, 2, 1.
Bay Lake Tower. Oh, sorry.
It wasn't that.
Do it again. I'll do the countdown.
No, I do it. No.
Okay. Who's doing the countdown this time?
There's no countdown.
Bay Lake Tower. Is that on the camera?
I think I'm the camera. I cannot see myself. With all
It's so sunny.
Yeah. Are you actually recording it?
We have lost 7 minutes of footage earlier on. Manchester's over here somewhere. You can't see it.
Right, okay.
The sun's out in Manchester.
Come on, focus.
Sorry. 3, 2,
No.
1.